I wanted to go over something today that I think is very important for us to kind of train as a mindset walking into this industry, and that is don't let the no stop you. I've watched so many people, super talented too, who, you know, get defeated by a no, be it, you know, for an audition or a gig or just different various things that present themselves in this industry. And so I've noticed the ones that just kind of go, okay, great, you know, feel what you need to feel with that, and then brush themselves off, and then move on to the next thing, and just keep that constant action and that flow, that outflow of stuff happening. They continue to just kind of climb the ladder. So I think it's an important thing that we don't look at rejection and we kind of take it on. And it can be a really great thing too. Like, that's the thing about rejection, is sometimes it can spark, I know for me, like no's can be like, oh, really? You say no? So it says no, then I'm kind of like more fired up. And it gives me that fuel to keep pushing, because the big thing with this is, if you think you know it all, that's awesome. And it's great that you've come to that point, but like, you're kind of done, is how I see it, right? Because anyone who's in this game, they realize that you want to be super confident in your skill set and be happy with where you're at, but also know that there's so much more to be had. And that becomes your pushing points to help you reach the next level there. So don't let, this big thing I want to stress today is, don't let the setbacks, don't let the no's, don't let the bad show, you know, the bad rehearsal, whatever it may be, start to accumulate and stop you. You got to kind of look at those moments and learn from them and move on. And sometimes, like in certain cases with a lot of guys I've dealt with The Voice, set up private auditions with them before, and you work really hard for them, but people start to feel like they become defined by that moment. And if it doesn't happen, then they're a horrible artist or whatever it may be, that they're not good enough for the industry. And you got to keep in mind, with these shows, they're shows. That's what it is, it's casting. They're looking for certain character types, they're looking for stories, they're looking for certain styles. So you can't become defeated by that. It could have nothing to do with you, and just that they already have a female pop singer or something like that, you know? So I think with those, you just walk in, you work really hard, and you give it your best. And if it happens, amazing. And if it doesn't, it's just on to the next thing there. So I hope this inspires you. If you're feeling, you know, at a point where you start to feel a little defeated with lots of no's or different things like that, know that you're probably just one step closer to a yes. And that's how I kind of train myself too, when things seem to like not be happening how I want them to, and lots of energies going into it. Sometimes you need to evaluate and go, what am I doing? Is there something I could change? Or what's my brand? Is there something that could be, you know, altered or tweaked? Or people really making sense of what is happening here? And other times, just stay your course and something is going to happen. So hope that helps. But don't sit in your setbacks. Don't sit in your setbacks. That didn't make sense. Don't sit in your setbacks. Keep moving forward. And yes,